What's going on, Arsenal fans? Welcome to another transfer session. I'm really excited right now with all the interest, the players that we are interested in. Gone are the days wherein we had to wait for on the last day of the transfer window. You know, the transfer window will be closing. Everyone will be looking at did we sign player? Which player did we sign? You know what I mean? Now, Mikel Arteta and Andre Bata, or this new ownership, they do everything like very early, even during the season. They look at the areas that have weaknesses and like try to work on like potential signings, players that can come in to take us to the next level. After you win the Premier League, there is no time for you to sit down because you already set that standard. You need to either be at that standard or go to the next level. You know what I mean? And what we need players that can like take us to the next level. And one area that we had a lot of problem with is the left wing. The striking force is okay. Victor Eucharist has been doing well, and also Kai Havertz. You know what I mean? Even though he was out a lot because of injury, and also the midfield, get us stress us during this past season. Even though we win the Premier League, it was one area that was really, really shaky. So we are linked with a lot of players right now. And so let's just get into it. And, so the first player we are heavily linked with right now is Christos Tzolis. He played in England before for Norwich City, but he went back to Club Brugge. He's currently playing for Club Brugge. And yesterday, David Ornstein break this news that Arsenal are really interested in him. This doesn't have any, it doesn't affect any like top left winger that we're going to bring. So if those two deals are like separate, then I think Martinelli and Leandro Trossard, I think both of them might be leaving the club at the end because if we bring two left wingers in the club this season, then I think both of them will definitely leave. I don't know. I think if we bring both players, it will be difficult to like because they don't have any experience with the team. I think it will be nice. In my head, I think like one of them will stay, Trossard or Martinelli, one of them will stay. But we've been linked with him every heavily yesterday and today again, and also David Ornstein break the news and Fabrizio Romano confirmed that news as well. So let's keep an eye on this. He's 24 years of age. He's like 5'11" with 1.80 meter, and he play in the left wing. He's very good on 1v1, you know, and he plays for Club Brugge. His value is around like 35 to 40 million pound. He's contracted in June 2029, and a host of other clubs, Newcastle, Dutchman, they are all like chasing his signature. But keep an eye on this one. I think it might happen, but I don't know, what will happen to Martinelli and Trossard. Another player we are heavily linked with is Nico Williams. He's a Spanish international. He's 23, almost 24. He's 5'11" at 1.81 meter, left wing. 2 seasons ago, even last season, we are heavily linked with Nico Williams. Mikel Arteta like him, you know what I mean? But last season, his form dropped. It was valued last season at around 80 million pounds to 90 or something. You know, um, it was supposed to go to Barcelona. Barcelona could not complete the transfer. But last season he got a lot of he had a lot of issue with injuries. So his value drop right now. His current market value is about 40 to 50 million pound. And I think if we sign him, you know, and we are able to like fix the injury issue, I think he can take us to the next level, dominate the Premier League, and also go on and win the Champions League. A host of other clubs are interested in him. Barca are still interested in him because their deal with Alvarez fell through. Chelsea, Bayern Munich, and also PSG, they are all interested in him. So let's keep an eye on this. I think this is one that will happen. I don't know, but I think it will definitely happen. And I like him anyway. Another player we are interested in is Bradley Barcola. He's a French international, 22 years of age. He's also like 5'11". He's, left wing, can play left or right wing. Paris Saint-Germain is 60 million pound right now, and is contracted till 2028 June. A host of other clubs are interested in him, likes of Liverpool, Man City, Bayern Munich, and also Juventus. My only problem is very good is pace. The only problem I have with him is finishing. His finishing is not that good, and most of the time, if you watch the Champions League against us and a lot of other games, he's most frustrated, at himself because his finishing, last touch of finishing, is not that good. So, but let's keep an eye on this as well, because I think Paris Saint-Germain are also like trying to like replace him if he decides to leave. You know what I mean? So those are for the wings, but we still need more players, which is the midfield. Is another place where we have issues with. And Tonelli has been heavily linked today again. He's not at the World Cup. Italy didn't qualify for the World Cup. And remember, we have Riccardo Calafiori at Arsenal, is Italian teammate, and also before the end of last season, January transfer window, he was heavily linked with moving to Arsenal. You know what I mean? His agent or whoever was trying to like force a move from Newcastle to Arsenal, but the deal didn't go through. And right now we are heavily linked with him. He's a very good player. I like him a lot, and he's a Premier League proven. And I think if we have him, it will solve the midfield issues that we have right now, and he can actually take us to another level as well. A lot of other clubs are interested in him right now, but his valuation is like 80 million pounds. So let's keep an eye on this, and I think if we have him, we'll have a very good player. You know what I mean? That's him right there. And so the World Cup, I don't know, man. The World Cup is just a mixed flavor. A lot of games are good. One of the worst game I've ever watched in the World Cup is the South Africa game. It was really bad. That game was really bad. And I don't know. Today Brazil game is pretty good. USA game yesterday was pretty good. South Korea game against Czechia was good. But I think like after the group stages, the round of 32, the knockout stage is going to be fascinating, and a lot of teams will turn up, so. But let's keep watching and see, And like I said, two players that will definitely, I think, might leave the club is Leandro Trossard, Martinelli, and which one again? And I think Myles Lewis-Skelly as well. I hate to say it, but I think he might also like leave. Or yeah. But that's the transfer news for you. Please like, subscribe, turn on your notifications whenever I drop a new video. You'll be the first person to get it. And let's go, Gunners.